with my nigga Black Rosebud and the Uncensored Show. T-Dollar on the track, what?
It's the Black Rosebud Uncensored Show.
It's the Black Rosebud Uncensored Show. He get the hoes, the wobble that.
I can hear it.
She got her ass so fat,
it's
she
not
got
fucking up.
That. Show us some love, you know we fucking shit up. This Pizzle Kong, Uncensored
with my nigga Black Rosebud.
This for the bitches turned up, twerking like what? Not giving a fuck. For my niggas puffing the blunt, tune in and turn up the volume. You got a problem, call in.
And Black might solve them.
Or teach you how to cheat the system.
What's up, my Tulsa from Big Work in the house? Man, Tulsa Big Works got some shit in the words.
Black soaking the game.
Maga.
Tulsa, what's up? Still booking guests like sexologists, swingers, rappers, and comedians. Well seasoned with the right ingredients. You already know who got the hottest show out. Black Rosebud, Uncensored, no doubt. You already know who got the hottest show out. Black Rosebud, Uncensored, no doubt. You already know who got the hottest show out. Black Rosebud, Uncensored, no doubt. Black Rosebud, Uncensored Show. It's the Black Rosebud Uncensored Show. He get the hoes, the wobble that, wobble that. She got her ass so fat, she gotta wobble that.
What's up, Monica, Lisa, and Tulsa Brickworks, some of my favorite people in the house. Hey, Monica, Tulsa is sending me some new designs for the shirts. I'm thinking you're going to like these shirts a whole lot better than the other designs for the shirts. So I'm waiting on Tulsa. This hit me with the visual today. So when he get it, I'm going to press it, and then Monica going to get her shirt. You going to get your shit. Don't. We gonna get your shirt, but I think Monica's gonna like this one better. I'm still gonna send you a hood shirt, but I think you're gonna like the MAGA shirt. I'm gonna wear it on my show. The first day I get it, I'm gonna do a skit just so I can wear the shirt. Just so I can wear the shirt. You feel me? John Rayner, I ain't forgot about you either. My boy John Rayner be hitting me through the email. John, if you listening, I surely have not forgot about you. I'm going to send your shirt, your MAGA shirt, and I'm going to send you an extra shirt too. You know what I'm saying? Because I like these new designs. So I'm going to send you an extra shirt for the fuck up. John Rayner, long time supporter, be sending me videos and clips and all that shit. I don't give John Rayner enough props. Anyway, right? Anyway, I'm going to be on my other channel because y'all already know this channel got a strike, you know what I'm saying? But my other big channel with a couple of more thousand views is going to be back on. And, it's going to be back on the first of the month. So I'm going to be transferring. All my strikes will be off there. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of clean comedy because it's going to be commercials in there and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be doing the same ratchet comedy, but I'm going to be cleaning it up a little bit, you know, until they flag me. Because you know they're going to flag me for telling the truth. That's why the name of this shit is Trumpjuice. You won't give me no algorithm talking about I'm the 13th person spreading false information. Now we got 13 people spreading false information. Because you know the coronavirus police. What's up? Was that my boy Glib? I thought I saw my boy Glib talk up in here, Bob. I must have been tripping. What's up, Jeremy? This is live from Live and Die. Live and Die Trying. What's up with it? Live and Die Trying. Felicia Gallo in the house. Jim Jones. What's up with it, Jim Jones? Gregory up in the house. Ron Matthews, I didn't forget about you. I had to go back and scroll up there. Oh, Flower Bloom. I better not forget about Flower Bloom up in here. But look, you know how I done I always hear Mr. Biden talking about the experts and the scientists and, you know what I'm saying, and the military officials and shit like that. They never expose none of these military officials or anything like that. They never expose none of these scientists. I remember when Mr. Trump was doing this shit, he had the whole people come up to you and explain. You know, he had the whole team, the private industries, the drug company, Mike Pence. You had everybody. You had a group of motherfuckers, right? And everybody like, oh, Donald Trump is doing too much. He's coming out every day talking about I won't say Trump juice. He coming out every day talking about Trump juice. You know, they got a big ass crowd every day talking about Trump juice, Trump juice, Trump juice, right? But he also took questions about Trump juice. Mr. Biden, he'd get mad if you had to ask about Trump juice. He'd get mad like, you know what? More people need to take it. More people need to do this. More people need to do that. Mr. Trump was in office every motherfucking day with a whole squad, a whole team behind him. We don't know who the fuck is these experts Mr. Biden is talking about. Who the fuck is Creepy Joe talking about when he talk about these experts? I would like to meet some of these experts. I would like some of these experts to put their name behind some shit. But besides, you just keep on hollering the fucking experts. Let us know some of these experts. So I wanted to found a couple of clips on Joe Biden talking about experts and shit before we get into the mandatory Trump juice they talking about, right? Everybody remember this type of shit right here, right?
But clear progress. Before I took office, independent experts were projecting.
Independent experts. Who the fuck are these independent experts? You can say that anybody. I can say, look, there's a couple of independent experts say my baby mama should be fucking breathing. Huh? There's a couple of independent experts that say my grandmother is the Crip of the year. It's a couple of independent experts that say my uncle stole their car stereo. Who these fucking independent experts are? I don't fucking know. You got to take my word on it. Independent experts. Independent experts say if you want to donate to my cash app, the link is at the top. Independent experts say Black Rosebud ain't gonna give nothing to his kids. Who the fuck are these independent experts? I don't fucking know. Independent experts say Black Rosebud is a deadbeat daddy. Independent experts say my baby mama look like a fucking monkey. What kind of experts is these? They independent experts. Independent experts of what? Of calling motherfuckers monkeys. That's what they're independent experts of judging ugly sons of bitches. And they say she look like a monkey. So independent experts are fucking right.
That the American economy would grow by 3 or 4% in 2021.
What if they don't? Look, the independent experts, right? What if the motherfucking independent experts is wrong? Then what you gonna say? Well, the independent experts fucked up. It wasn't me. It was their projection. What happened to the independent experts say it's gonna be 1 million motherfuckers dying under Trump? What happened to them independent experts? Independent experts say this many people are gonna die. Well, experts all over the world say this many people are going
this year. This week, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, the so-called OECD.
The so-called, who the fuck is the so-called ASOC? The so-called, we don't know this motherfucking organization. They not the experts of the motherfucking economy. Don't tell me what a real motherfucker making some money. I don't even know these motherfuckers. You probably just name some shit, or it's an organization that works directly for you and say anything you want to hear. Look, well, we're gonna say the organization that's motherfuckers that said this, okayed this. Okay, yeah, the motherfuckers of OK said that this water is tapped. The motherfuckers of OK say you shouldn't be watching Pepe Le Pew. The motherfuckers of experts say your kids is born racist at 3 months old. Who says this? The independent experts say this. The independent experts say kids who don't have who can't get a dick when they got a coochie when they're younger grow up to be this way. Who said that? The independent experts said it. No fucking independent experts.
Which makes up a group includes the world's largest economies in its membership, and has been one of the leading bodies analyzing economic growth worldwide in individual nations.
You see how he tried to explain who they is? They're one of the such and such and one of the leading experts. We don't know who the fuck they is. We're not gonna take your word. What you think we're gonna Google them? Let me go ahead and Google this motherfucker and see if Joe Biden telling the truth. Don't nobody give a fuck about. Look, we already done forgot about the organization. We don't even know what the fuck their name is. You probably gave that confusing ass name so we can not look it up. Who the fuck have a name like that? Listen to this name.
4% in 2021, this year. This week, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, the so-called OECD,
Operation and such and corporation, the OSCD. I ought to Google that motherfucker, OSCD.
which makes up a group, includes the
Epstein Goes, what's up with you, Epstein Goes?
world's largest economies in its membership, and has been one of the leading bodies analyzing economic growth worldwide and individual nations, increased their projection for U.S. economic growth this year to 6.9% in 2021. That's the fastest pace in nearly 4 decades. It appears as though, from what I have, and I don't have access to classified information.
It appears, but I don't have access to classified information. But it appears. This information appears to be true, but I don't have the information, y'all. So don't trust this information. But it appears.
But if what I have heard,
it appears. But what I have heard, is this a trustworthy source? It appears, and what I've heard. What? Is that a trustworthy source? What it appears and what I've heard. Nobody give a fuck about what appeared and what you heard. That's not a reliable source.
It appears as though, from what I have, and I don't have access to classified information anymore, but if what I have heard over the last...
I don't have access to classified information, so I don't know what's the fuck in this report. I just heard it, and I'm reporting fucking gossip and rumors.
Week, and the recent reporting that it was in the PDB, the Presidential Daily Brief. The Presidential Daily Brief is something...
What the fuck he say? What the fuck he just say? The
Presidential Daily Brief is something I read every single day as vice president. The president read it every day. I was briefed every morning. What I consider to be a horrifying revelation in the New York Times last night, assuming the Times...
Assuming the Times... You assuming the Times is right now. You assuming. It's not a fact. You assuming the Times is right.
The report is accurate.
You're assuming that is accurate.
The U.S. intelligence, they report the U.S. intelligence community has assessed that a Russian military intelligence unit, the same unit that was behind the assassination of the former KGB agent in London 5 years ago.
What up, Mark?
Has been offering bounties to extremist groups in Afghanistan to kill U.S. troops.
To kill U.S. troops. They've been offering bounties to kill U.S. troops. The intelligence report says the Russians been offering bounties. What's up with your love, America? Monica Lisa. Assuming you're making an ass and assumption. You're making an ass and assumption. We know what assume mean.
There is no bottom to the depth of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin's depravity. If that's true.
If that's true. How you know it's true, Joe Biden? Why is you coming on TV spreading rumors and you don't even know if it's fucking true or not?
It's truly shocking revelation that if the Times report is true, I emphasize again, is that President Putin's depravity.
I emphasize again.
True, it's truly shocking revelation that if the Times report is true, I emphasize again, is that President Trump, the commander-in-chief of American troops serving in a dangerous theater of war, has known about this for months, according to the Times.
Has known this for months, according to the Times. Who we gonna believe? Where do the Times get their source from? Huh? According to the Times, you up here spreading rumors. How can the president of the fucking United States sit on here and spread rumors about somebody that he don't fucking know. That's dangerous for the fucking country. He's talking about bounties and all kind of shit. How are you going to sit up there and say an American president is not doing nothing and you don't know if he is or not about bounties on Americans' head from Russians? And you don't know if it's a fact or not, but you're getting on every fucking TV channel and on presidential debate talking about it like it's a fact. And you admit you never fucking know. You assuming.
And done worse than nothing. Not only has he failed to sanction or impose any kind of consequences on Russia for this egregious violation of international law.
Wait a minute. So hacking our motherfucking meat department and gasoline lines and all that shit ain't international law. You ain't done shit. He went over there and you gave Vladimir Putin a list of shit not to hack. Instead of telling him or making him pay for the shit he done already hacked. Look, I know you done hack this shit, but we're going to start all over. Just don't hack these motherfuckers. Well, you have to give these motherfuckers a new list because guess what? They hacked them motherfuckers. Was on the list, I don't want you to hack Barack Obama's computer. I don't want you to release none of that Hunter Biden shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't hack that shit again. I don't want you to get Hillary Clinton's second emails. We don't want dispose all the hot dogs and pizza Bill Clinton the motherfucking ate. We don't want you to do none of that shit. Don't hack the motherfucking CDC. Don't release the CDC report. Don't hack into them, and so we can expose the truth. Have you noticed this, right? That America, home of the free, right? The country with the best country on the face of the earth is the only motherfucker, right? I'm not gonna say they're the only motherfucker, but the only motherfuckers that's saying they free, that's forcing motherfuckers to take it, right? I heard China was locking motherfuckers up forcefully and locking their ass in doors and keeping their ass behind closed doors. But I heard I never heard about them forcing the Trumpjuice in the motherfucker. Not one time have you heard, hey man, China went on lockdown because they finna force Trumpjuice on motherfuckers so they can open the economy. I never heard that. And stop me, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, stop me. I ain't heard Russia do it. I ain't even heard Africa do it. I ain't even. Look, man, the most free country in the world is telling motherfuckers you are the most restricted. You go on there and listen to China TV, them motherfuckers still eating bats and going to the wet markets and shit, having Chinese technos and shit. Doom, doom. And they live in the bar. Doom, doom, doom. Them motherfuckers over there having fun. Ain't no motherfucking communist government saying, you know what? Lock this motherfucker down and take this shit before we open it up again. Look at they Trumpjuice rate. Don't nobody talk about their Trumpjuice rates. Motherfucking country's got 10% Trumpjuice, 15% Trumpjuice. Open like a motherfucker. It's all the motherfuckers aligned with the United States like Canada and all them motherfuckers, Australia. You know what? We're going to lock this shit down. All the communist countries like, man, go out and do what the fuck you want. How the fuck is that? How the fuck is the communists letting even the socialist countries, these motherfuckers was free before they got their right. They wasn't forcing motherfuckers in Cuba to take this shit. They was starving the shit out of the motherfucker, but they wasn't saying, look, man, we know when you're starving, you ain't got no food, but we want you to take this motherfucking Trumpjuice. Look at their rate. Look at anybody motherfucking Trumpjuice rate in the world compared to ours and see who been forcing shit in motherfuckers.
Donald Trump has continued his embarrassing campaign of deference and debasing himself before Vladimir Putin.
2-year deal. 1 second. You talking?
Y'all remember the quid pro quo, right? Yeah. We was talking about when Donald Trump was on the phone with the Ukraine president, it was a quid pro quo, right? But when you ask the officials, the same officials that probably said the same officials that testified that Donald Trump done a quid pro quo was scared to say Joe Biden done the exact same thing. Huh? They can't answer it. Did he do it or not? It's the exact same thing. It's worse. He said it on national fucking TV in front of everybody.
But in 2015?
No, I'm talking about the one from the national, where you did the, I'll read it to you since you're having trouble. As I remember going over to the Ukraine, convincing our team, our leaders, convincing them that we should provide for loan guarantees. I went over, I guess the 12th or 13th time to Kiev. I was supposed to announce that there was $1 billion loan guarantee. I'm getting ready to be leaving here, and I think about 6 hours. I looked at them and said, I'm leaving here in 6 hours. If the prosecutor is not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch, he got fired. Did he ask for something, request something, and hold something of value?
Huh? Which one did he do? And in debates, right, if my debate partner is on here listening to me, these are the questions I ask. I make a statement, right, about a fact, and I ask you to respond to the fact, right? And it's simple. Did he do it or not? It's either one of three things. You can't make up nothing. Did he lie? Did he do it? Or what the fuck is it? You know what I'm saying? You can't make up no extra shit. Which one is it? Don't give me no excuse. Don't give me no reason. Don't give me no narrative. Don't give me no example. Answer the fucking question. If you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. I'm not going to give you no scenario about a shit. I may give you my answer first and then a scenario, right? But if you answer me a yes or no question, I'm going to answer yes or no. You may not like my answer, but it's going to be honest. Liberals don't like giving honest answers when you give them an actual honest question, or you give them or you ask them a question when you have a fact involved in the question, where if they answer the question, they look stupid, and if they lie, it'd be so fucking obvious and outrageous, it'll make them look bad. So either you're gonna answer the question and agree with what I say, or you're gonna fucking lie, right? And make up some shit and make you look stupid, or you're gonna try to dance around it. It's only three ways. It's only three things. There's no in between.
I'm leaving here in 6 hours. If the prosecutor is not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch, he got fired. Did he ask for something, request something, and hold something of value?
He did. George Kent testified that was...
I think I'll do what you did. George Kent testified this. I'm asking about not George Kent. I'm asking about this question.
Right, but it's important context.
It's not. Answer this question.
They always want to put it in content. Well, let me put it in content. No, I don't want you to put it in content. I want you to answer the question on what I asked you. I asked you a simple question. Did he hold something back, request something, or the other shit he was talking about? Which one did he did? It's one of these three. Which one did he did? Don't go back, oh, look, I got to report back to him and this and there. No. Which one did he do? He can't get on here and talk about Joe Biden quid pro quo, but he get on here and testify on Donald Trump's. He can't answer it because he's under oath. He cannot say it was not a quid pro quo because he's under fucking oath.
Did he or did he not? He's either Joe Biden's a liar, telling a story to make people impressed, or he actually did this. Which is it?
He did it pursuant to U.S. official policy.
So he did it in withholding actual dollars, actual thing, holding this out there. So Joe Biden, of everybody that we discussed about, is the only one that's done a quid pro quo. He's the only one that's used taxpayer dollars to actually threaten a foreign government. And yet we're sitting here pretending that this is not happening. We're sitting here pretending that a president of the United States now would not be concerned. Look, you look at it this way. Joe Biden's a terrible candidate. He can destroy himself on the campaign trail, but he can't get by this. And it doesn't matter who brings it up. It doesn't matter who does it, because this is what happened. And you can whitewash it all you want. You can go over whatever you want, but that's what he did. He's either a liar or he did it, and he did it.
Huh? He had to say, Mr. Daniel Goldman had to say, and he shook his head, yes, he didn't say it, but he shook his head on the record that, yes, Joe Biden did do a quid pro quo. Listen to it. Watch his head.
Look, you look at they threaten a foreign government, and yet we're sitting here putting this out there. So Joe did this.
There you go.
Which is it?
He did it pursuant to U.S. official policy.
So he did it.
He did it.
Joe Biden's a
He did it. This is under oath. He did it. This doesn't require an investigation. Mr. Goldman, Daniel Goldman said Joe Biden did the quid pro quo in a hearing, under oath.
liar telling a story to make people impressed, or he actually did this. Which is it?
He did it pursuant to U.S. official policy.
He did it. No matter what he put behind it, you can put any word behind it you want to. He did it for Jesus. He did it because the Lord told him. Any fucking reason behind it doesn't invalidate that he did it. Under oath. But there's no investigation for a quid pro quo. How that happened?
So he did it in withholding actual.
Huh? Look at it. Look how he waved his head. So he did it. He did it. Yes. He's shaking his head. Yes, he did it.
Actual thing holding this out there. So Joe Biden.
Yes, he did it. I ain't going to say yes under oath, but I'm shaking my head. I'm not going to get it on the record. I say he did it under such and such government, whatever, but I'm not going to say yes, he held it, the money and shit under record. I'm going to shake my head because you can't put a head shake on record.
Everybody that we discussed about is the only one that's done a quid pro quo. He's the only one that's used taxpayer dollars to actually threaten a foreign government. And yet we're sitting here pretending.
Huh? Did he answer that? Can he answer that? When you ask a liberal a question, right, and they can't answer it because they look stupid or make you or admit that they're a liar if they told the truth.
That this is not happening. We're sitting here pretending that a president of the United States now would not be concerned. Look, you look at it this way. Joe Biden's a terrible candidate. He can destroy himself on the campaign trail, but he can't get by this. And it doesn't matter who brings it up. It doesn't matter who does it, because this is what happened. And you can whitewash it all you want. You can go over whatever you want, but that's what he did. He's either a liar or he did it, and he did it.
The presidency to try to do something to smear me.
Biden pointing to a July call between President Trump and the leader of Ukraine, reportedly at the center of a whistleblower complaint.
A whistleblower. Somebody heard Donald Trump on the phone on the conversation. It's always hearing something. This is a whistleblower. So they're not going on actual facts. They're going on a whistleblower complaint. We still don't know who the fucking whistleblower is.
From an intelligence official.
An intelligence official. Huh? One of these officials that say there's nothing to see here about Hunter Biden. There's no quid pro quo, right? The same officials say, okay, Joe Biden was up on the up and up. He done nothing.
The inspector general found that complaint credible and one that might require the notification of Ukraine. Reported.
But the same officials find the phone call Donald Trump made to the Ukraine president credible. All the shit against Hunter Biden, all the shit against Joe Biden, witnesses coming out, talking about I got the emails, I met him here, right? But the officials say, oh no, it's not enough. But the shit we got on Donald Trump with his phone call, even though he released the records, is enough.
At the center of a whistleblower complaint from an intelligence official. The inspector general found that complaint credible and one that might require the notification of Congress. But the Justice Department and acting director of national intelligence blocked it from being shared.
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business. Say it now.
He never spoke to his son about overseas business, right? Shouldn't this at least be investigated when they have evidence, physical evidence that he met with at least his partners? If you didn't, okay, let's say you didn't talk to his business partner, right? If it's smoking guns that said that you did, shouldn't the DOJ or the FBI at least see if it's a paper trail or if it's, what was the circumstances of that meeting? If what these people are saying, the circumstances was for that meeting, at least see if it's true or not. Okay, you said you didn't meet his business partner on plenty of occasions. So can you explain this to us?
I want you to take a look at this new leaked photos showing President Biden having dinner with his son Hunter and his business partners way back in 2015. Brad, President Biden swore that he had no knowledge of Hunter's business dealings at all. But this picture seems to tell a different story. Your reaction?
It's all kind of physical evidence that shows this. Then you have him on here lying, talking about it didn't happen. Tax evasions, you know what I'm saying? Things, the thing with Burisma, the things with China, the things with Russia. You have all these, the airplane flights. You have all this evidence against Hunter Biden, right? And some kind of physical evidence that he did talk or had some kind of contact with his father through a leaked fucking laptop. You mean to tell me ain't none of this worth having a hearing? But Donald Trump have a phone call and it's impeachable?
And so how do you know?
Let's talk about, here's what I know. I know Trump deserves to be investigated. He is violating every basic norm of a president.
And there have been questions about the work your son has done in China and for a Ukrainian energy company when you were vice president. In retrospect, was anything about those relationships inappropriate or unethical?
Nothing was unethical. Here's what the deal. With regard to Ukraine, we had this whole question about whether or not, because he was on the board, I later learned of a Burisma.
Really quite intriguing.
Okay. Now, that's this Burisma. Now, Hunter got all kinds of foreign shit. It's not just with, if he have these connections with Ukrainian oil company, with Russia, with China, right? Shouldn't these at least be investigated? Right, fuck a tax and things like that. We talking about something that's probably bigger than tax. We talking about selling the office. Fuck it, investigating for tax and baby mama fraud and did he pay this? What about this shit?
To set the backdrop for you, you've got Hunter Biden in 2017 striking up this joint venture with a Chinese oil and gas huge company, CEFC it's called. Now,
gas company, Ukraine gas company, Chinese gas company.
He enters into this joint venture. The Secretary General of that country is is a guy called Patrick Ho, and then Hunter gets assigned this assistant.
You're looking at who's that, Mama Bear Claudia? You're looking out. Glad you love. What's that? Fuku donated one time. What's up, Fuku?
Jackie Bao. She's a Chinese American. She was 29 at the time. And you see at first some very normal messages. Any kind of personal assistant would send doctor's appointments, hotel bookings, flight bookings. But then they get to become more and more personal. And the turning point really is when you see Patrick Ho, that Secretary General of CEFC, get arrested by the feds here in the United States.
So one of Hunter Biden's associates that he had a personal relationship with, that shared information with, or probably was able to get information from or give information to, you mean to tell me this shouldn't be investigated?
In November 2017 over bribery, corruption charges.
She went to jail for the FBI for bribery and corruption charges. She's from China. We heard that it was reported that Chinese, what you call that, the mob, what you call that, the CC whatever, that they have very exposing videos and photographs of Hunter Biden with little kids. And you have somebody, right, that was close to Mr. Hunter, right, that got arrested for bribery. Look.
EFC get arrested by the feds here in the United States in November 2017 over bribery, corruption charges.
Bribery and corruption, right? And you're in a position to get information from somebody that is key in the White House, in the fucking White House. How is that happening? How can this be not investigated?
And this assistant starts sending Hunter these emails asking what's going on. She wants detailed information on the case.
Somebody who's going to jail for bribery and corruption is texting Hunter Biden asking what's going on with the case. Do you think for one instance she wouldn't be reaching out to him if he couldn't find out what was going on with the case?
Kind of strange for someone in quite a junior position. And then you see more and more personal emails come out as well.
Personal, Fang. This is a young Fang over here, right? You have personal emails from somebody that's gone to jail for corruption and bribery. The number one way how the ching ching ping corruption mob, you know what I'm saying, get you under their little fingernails is through corruption and bribery.
She jokes with him. She tells him that the drinks are on her. She says that she's become very close to him, and she ends up with his military dog tags in.
His military dog tags, the one he got kicked out of the army, that he shouldn't even got that. He was only in the army for a week before he got to smoking crack. How in the fuck he got some military dog tags? He must mean some military crack pipes. They're like, you know what? We're not gonna give you no dog tags. We're gonna give you a meth pipe and a crystal meth pipe. We're gonna give you 2 bronze pipes. You dumb son of a bitch. We let your ass come in the army and you gonna smoke that shit away. I bet you Hunter was, he wasn't even going to go to war. He was going to be in MMP or whatever, the medical people, so he can be there with the drugs and shit. He was going to administer drugs. Like, wait a minute. I know just what this nigga need. He was going to give niggas cocktails of drugs on the warfare. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't give him 20 cc's of this. Give him some of this. Oh, I'm ready to go back to war. Like, damn, Hunter Biden, what the fuck you give him? It's my little secret concoction. You know what I'm saying? Hunter Biden wasn't there to fight no wars. Hunter Biden was there as a chemist. He knew how to get motherfuckers out there, fighting all day, fighting all night, with no sleep, no food. He knew how to get motherfuckers out there. He knew the secret. It was called crack, crystal, and fucking PCP in
her New York apartment. We're not sure why, how they got there, but there is a real closeness. And then, as time goes on, after this joint venture starts to collapse because of this arrest of Patrick Ho and also arrest in China of the leader of the company, the chairman, you see her emailing Hunter.
You mean to tell me that Hunter Biden associates are in jail, you know, that was with the Burisma, that's from America. The motherfuckers in Ukraine is in jail. The motherfuckers he was working with in the China gas company is in jail over here for corruption and bribery. And the motherfucker who owned the company in China that Hunter Biden was working with that had the stock in is arrested for China. You mean to tell me everybody, that's 3 different groups that was based around Hunter Biden, right? You got the people he was working with, you know what I'm saying, America, I think he was on the golf course with, right? You got them motherfuckers. You got the people in China that he just talked about that got arrested with Lil Fang, right? You got the motherfuckers in Ukraine. Everyone goes to jail but Hunter, but he's the most smartest motherfucker. I guess he is. If everybody going to jail with him, I guess Joe Biden is right. He is the smartest motherfucker you know.
With all of these strange ideas, she sends him a bunch of essentially opposition research to help Joe Biden in his presidential bid. And it's very odd for that to be coming from a 29-year-old secretary.
A company that somehow I had done something wrong. Yet every single solitary person when he was going through his impeachment.
Every single solitary person. The same persons that admitted that you committed a quid pro quo, right? Right. The same people the same public officials that said they overheard Donald Trump say this. The same public officials that couldn't get Donald Trump impeached. These motherfuckers.
Testifying under oath who worked for him said, I did my job impeccably.
They didn't testify to that. Doug Collins, when he was interviewing Goldman, Goldman didn't testify to that. He said you done it. He didn't say it was impeccable. He said you done a quid pro quo. You done a quid pro quo impeccably for the government. No matter who the fuck you did it for, you did it.
I carried out U.S. policy.
Carried out U.S. policy. So it was U.S. policy to go over there to Ukraine and ask for a quid pro quo. Well, who was ahead of that policy? Shouldn't that be investigated? Who in the fuck told Joe Biden to go over there and do a quid pro quo? Huh? Was it Obama? Because ain't that what Joe Biden say? Joe Biden say, the Ukrainian said, well, you ain't the president. He like, go ask the president. He sent me. So shouldn't that be investigated? Did Barack Obama go over there and tell Joe Biden to do a quid pro quo? If not, how in the fuck did Joe Biden get the power, you know what I'm saying, to use taxpayer money to deny somebody whatever the fuck the quid pro quo was about? How in the hell they do that? How? Who sent you? That should be investigated by the experts.
Not one single solitary thing was out of line. Not a single thing. For that, everybody investigated that. No one said anything he did was wrong in Ukraine.
Everybody investigated it.
Go the question quickly. We follow the science.
Right? We follow the experts. Now we follow the science. Remember, we follow the experts. Everything the experts said with the fucking Donald Trump, Ukraine, Hunter Biden, you not knowing this and all this. Every expert was proven to be a fucking liar, right? Now you want us to believe the science. What we supposed to believe the science on?
What's happening now is all the major scientific operations in this country and the 25-person group we put together.
Huh? All the major scientists in the country, a 25-person group we put together. Wow. That's really a showing. Was these the same experts that was testifying for Donald Trump? Listen, a 25-panel expert that we put together. These are the scientists. We put, like you put together the motherfucking, the January 6th insurrection fucking lawyers or whatever you want to call it. You put them together too, huh? For the hearing. How can we trust something that you put together that we know nothing about? We didn't know who the director was. We didn't know if it was bipartisan. We didn't know if it was Republican. We didn't know what organization, what top organization. We're supposed to look up the top 25 organizations and look up the top 25 scientists in them organizations and figure out what the fuck they could credentials is to trust them? Or should we have some other scientists debate them scientists and find out what scientist is right and what scientist can we believe? Because there's plenty of scientists say, hey man, this shit don't work. Hey man, this shit ain't right. Hey man, don't put that shit in your kids. Hey man, that Trumpjuice ain't right. That Trumpjuice made people do this. That Trumpjuice made people do that. There's plenty of scientists say that. So why we can't have them scientists debate your scientists and let us come up with the truth? But you're going to tell us you got a 25-panel group of scientists that you picked from the 25. You see when he always say, like, when he always use somebody, right? It's always the top. We have the top people of the scientists of nature. We have the top economic experts. We have the top people that's working on this. We have the top of everything. Everything is the fucking top. Like he got the fucking top scientists right now.
The science. What's happening now is all the major scientific operations in this country and the 25-person group we put together are looking at all the possibilities of what's happening now.
They're looking at all the possibilities. What are the possibilities? Can you let us know? Can you let us know what the possibility? At least Donald Trump let us know what the possibilities are. When the possibilities can happen. You just said that they're looking at all the possibilities. Can you inform us, Mr. President? Please let us know. Huh? You're the leader of the country. You told us you would always give it to us straight. You would never, even if it scares the shit out of us. Why don't you give it to us straight and scare the shit out of us? You said Donald Trump knew shit was dangerous and he held shit back. Well, if you know shit dangerous, why don't you go ahead and release it so we be informed? Let us know, Mr. President.
We have a pandemic among the non-vaccinated, those who are not vaccinated. If you are vaccinated, you are safe. If you are vaccinated, you have over a 98% chance of never catching the virus at all.
You have a 98% chance of never catching it at all. What if I do catch it? I have a 98% chance of fucking living. Like, I don't know. What math do I want to take? Right? I have a 98% chance of not getting it, right? But if I do get it, I have a 98% chance of catching it. I mean, of surviving, right? And I always ask these numbers, and I'm glad that I got these numbers. But I always ask these numbers right here, right? Where we are. I always ask these numbers, right? And they say trust the scientists, right? So, trust the scientists. I'm not no motherfucking scientist, right? But I did go to Sidewalk High, right? And Sidewalk High, they used to teach you certain things. What a little thing. I just downloaded right now. Just downloaded. I hope it's on here. Where is that? Where is that? Oh my God. It's not on here. It's supposed to be on here. Download it. You know what I'm saying? Because they tell us to believe in the scientists, right? And I don't want to make no shit up. Why it's not downloaded? It's downloaded on here. Right? Let me see one more time. Is it downloaded on here? If not, let me download it one more time. Okay, that's why it's not downloaded. It told us, okay, here you go, right here. This is it right here. This right here. They told us to believe in the science, right? So we believe in the science, which I'm going to believe in the science, right? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to believe in the science, right? So the science says, this is what science says, right? This is how many cases? 35 million. That's million documented. They're not talking about undocumented, right? This is how many people that passed. Now, not even a million, right? Not even a million. It's just over 500,000, right? But wait. But these are the people. But these are the people that recovered, right? So it's probably 6. I mean, I don't know what happened to these 6 million people right here. I don't know what happened to these 6 million people right here between here and here, because there's how many people. I guess it's 6 million people walking around with it right now that's not recovered or something like that. This stat was of today. It's 6 million people that's walking around with it, I guess. Right? So if the numbers are right, only 29 million people that got it have recovered from it. Them are fucking magnificent numbers. And the 6 million people that's not dead that's probably walking around with it right now. But 29 people recovered. They either got, and these most likely, right, all these people are not got Trumpjuice in them, right? Because they have the antibodies, right? So if you add this onto the, you know what I'm saying, this number right here, onto the number of people that's already had it, that's not been tested, right? That got it, right? Added up to the number of people that already got the shot, the Trumpjuice. You looking at numbers, what you can say is herd immunity. I'm just saying, they were going on science. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I did go to Sidewalk High. You feel what I'm saying? 35 million. I would say, let's say 25 million. done got it in dope, because I know about 25 million of them got it. 25, let's say 15. So that's 40 million. I mean, let's say 15. So that's 50 million plus the 160 million. That's 200 million. So you're only missing 120 million. Come on, man. Let's get back here. Let's get back to this.
If you catch it, you're likely to, the overwhelming proof so far is you're not going to be hospitalized, you're not going to be sick, you're going to probably have no signs that you had it, and you are not going to die. So it's a simple proposition.
Well, out of 35 million documented cases, only under 500,000 people died, right? And 29 million people recovered. That's a Siri. What percentage of 29 is 35? I mean, I said that back.
You can also try spelling it.
Damn you. It's a high percentage. It's damn near 80% or something like that. It's probably like 73 or 72%, right? And you add the other 6 million in, right? Which is still alive, right? And bring it up to that. It'd be like 99%. Because that 6% is still walking around, whatever they're doing is on whatever happened in bed rest or this or that, you know what I'm saying? Recovering at the house, on lockdown, whatever. That's a high number. It may go this way, may go that way. But I'm pretty sure out of that 6 million, right, at least from how the numbers go, at least 5,733 is going to make it. According to the numbers, I made that up. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds logical, and it sounds, if you do the math, I'm probably close.
And what they're doing is they're going and they're investigating every aspect of any change that could or might take place.
Any change that could or might take place. So now we're not going based on the science. We're going based on what you call that? Expectations, right? Or educated guesses, right? We're going to go on an educated guess. Your science has been wrong on all kinds of shit all this time. But now we're going to allow them to take an educated guess.
But the vaccines are good against all.
You said that disinformation coming from so-called bad actors is also to blame for this.
Well, look, if you two been listening, everything I say is what you call that? This is a disclaimer. I don't know shit about nothing. I'm not no expert. I'm not one of them 12 people. I've been saying Trump juice. I'm not even been talking about the V word or the C word, or you know what I'm saying? I haven't said none of that shit. So don't try to be on here like, oh, he's talking about this CNN word and Joe Biden words. You ain't heard none of that shit. So if you listening and you do a voice aneurysm, blame them motherfuckers for spreading this. I haven't said nothing, YouTube. Don't try to say I'm doing this shit. Don't try to say I'm talking about no kids. I'm talking about this. It's these motherfuckers. All I'm doing is playing the clip, YouTube. So YouTube, if you listening, don't ban my shit for disinformation. I don't want to be the 13th motherfucker on the chopping block for spreading the truth, right? Or misinformation and some shit like that. Because this is not misinformation. This is the fucking truth, YouTube.
Do you think conservative media, like Fox News,
don't say conservative motherfucking comedians, right? They didn't said if you're gonna ban somebody, fuck with Fox. They didn't say nothing about conservative comedians. I'm a conservative comedian. These are just jokes. Disclaimer: all this shit is a joke, YouTube. All this shit about the Trump juice, all this shit about shit ain't working, all this shit about Joe Biden and quid pro quo, all this shit is a joke. He, ha ha. There's motherfuckers in the chat laughing right now. Can you please, in the chat, right? Can you please put up some ha fucking emojis so YouTube know we fucking joking on this whole thing? Ha ha. Fool Shoe, give me a ha ha. Randy, give me a ha ha. Maria, give me a ha ha. Somebody give me a ha ha in case they read the aneurysm and they know we fucking joking. This is not for real. Before I go on and before they cut this motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? Give me a ha ha, somebody. Okay, who's that? Mr. Cyberus, ha ha. Teresa, LOL. LOL is just as good as a ha ha. Jason Grady, ha ha. Fushu, ha ha. Norm got me a ha. Optima, a ha. Lone Star, a ha. CU2, TC gave me a ha. Keisha McCoy gave me a ha. Huh? Norm gave me happy faces. We on here having fun, YouTube. Don't ban my shit. Who was that? Z Red Dog gave me a ha. Sean gave me a ha. I'm wrong gave me a motherfucking ha. Huh? Monica Lisa damn sure won't give me a ha. Ron Matthews gave me a ha. Huh? Somebody say aha, ja in Spanish so they know we ain't racist. Somebody, because you know how that's how they're Spanish. Somebody give me a ja. Give me about two. Who was that? Pablo Vincent? Gave me a ha. Somebody give me a ja. We want to translate this in case some Hispanics is watching. Ja. We got to do that too. We don't want to leave nobody out and say this channel is racist. Okay, Fool Shoe gave me a ja. Okay, we got one. We can move on right now. I got a ja. So YouTube, you listening? We were laughing. We gave shouts out to the immigrants. You know what I'm saying? We say we were joking about Joe Biden. Hunter Biden is the smartest motherfucker on the face of the earth. He dies in federal investigations, state investigations, child support, dope dealers and shit. This nigga is the smartest man on the face of the earth. And Joe Biden is a fucking genius. Joe Biden should get his own dictionary of spelling words and shit and teach the world how to fucking think and be hooked on Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? This skit and this joke will self-destruct after this show, YouTube. Go fuck with somebody else's page on this one. We want to get it from these people.
Doing the same? Are they killing people too with rhetoric like you just heard?
Oh!
Is also to blame for this. Do you think conservative media,
like Fox News, are doing the same? Are they killing people too with rhetoric like you just heard?
Are they killing people too? Wait a minute, bitch. I didn't say that in no motherfucking rhetoric. What are you talking about? Hey, is YouTube, did they put that shit up in there? Did you see how the bitch voice is like, hey, wait a minute. Was that to me, bitch? Was they trying to send me a message? Oh, shit. Let me rewind that one more time. I think the bitch tried to send me a message.
is also to blame for this.
The vaccines are good
the bitch tried to send me a message.
all.
You said that disinformation coming from so-called bad actors is also to blame for this. Do you think conservative media,
like Fox News, are doing the same? Are they killing people too with...
Oh, this bitch is a demon. She said bad actors. Well, bitch, I'm glad I'm a good comedian, bitch. You can't look, YouTube. She said bad actors. I'm a fucking good comedian. So she not talking about fucking me. I'm not spreading no misinformation. Fox News is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get this shit in my algorithm. Fox News is spreading misinformation that is killing folks. The people that follow Donald Trump is not taking the vaccine and the Trumpjuice and is killing folks. Is that good? Is that good for algorithm? Like, that'll go on some shit, right? What else I gotta say? The shit is good. Take it wherever you can. Take it when you can. The sooner you take the shit, the sooner we can open up. Give it to your kids. Tell on your neighbors if they don't take it. If you can't go to work, don't go to work and shit like that. And if you what else we gonna say? I gotta get some liberal talking points up in this motherfucker before they try to shut this thing down. Dr. Versace looked like Brad Pitt. What else we gonna say? Nancy Pelosi is the next coming of J-Lo. And we're gonna have to put one. And Adam Schiff's neck is really not that long. Okay, that's enough liberal points for my page not to get fucking flagged. I got that shit out the way. Let's get on with this.
Rhetoric like you just heard?
Well, then I think all of us, including the media, including individuals, health professionals, have a responsibility to share the truth about health as science dictates, as science informs us.
Science? What about the motherfucking officials, the motherfucker we pay to inform us? Fuck what they say. You know what? I think the scientists, we ought to have the scientists have presidential debates that had a scientist run the motherfucking country. I guess because it's not in the hands of the president no more.
Worry is that all this is misinformation that's floating around. It's having a real cost that can be measured in lives lost, and that is
attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Oh, wait a minute. So we use science, right? So now we know who the fuck science is, right? Now we know who the fuck science is. Because if you attack science, you attack Dr. Fauci. Well, guess what? Ain't no gonna be attacking no Dr. Fauci or no science on this channel. We love Dr. Fauci on this channel. We believe in science and Dr. Fauci. Whatever the fuck Dr. Fauci say, we gonna follow. If Dr. Fauci say jump off a motherfucking cliff, guess what? With my motherfucking parachute. Can I at least jump off the cliff with a parachute, Dr. Fauci? Huh? This nigga is science, right? We gotta believe in science, right? So an attack on him is an attack on scientists. Well, who worked for you? What scientists are you collaborating with? Or can you debate with another scientist about the truth? Is another scientist allowed to have a word in? Have you asked other scientists for help or for their opinion or advice or, you know what I'm saying, to share their findings, or, you know, have you took any of theirs into consideration to come up with yours? I'm asking for a friend.
Science. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Ow! Nigga! Either you with us or you with the terrorists. Oh my God. These motherfuckers are demonic.
Actually engages people and gets them to vaccinate. Your freedoms are being restricted because we can't get enough people vaccinated. That's the reality.
You hear that, people? Get vaccinated so the country can open up. There's not enough people getting vaccinated, so you need to look. After this show right here, we're gonna get people vaccinated, right? I'm gonna set up a vaccination thing. I keep on saying that. I'm gonna set up a Trumpjuice thing, and we're gonna get people vaccinated, right? I'm gonna send you a free certificate with a signature and a T-shirt and a lollipop. It is gonna say I was vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send you all that in a care package, you know. So we're going to have a lollipop fundraiser donation Trumpjuice drive right after this show, right? So send your paperwork to my Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I will send out your lollipop, your shirt, and your you got black scenes. I got black scenes. What is that?
Now, it's fair to have questions, but you shouldn't let...
It's fair to have questions, but you better not ask the wrong questions or your ass going to be flagged. You can ask the questions if you want to, nigga. Your ass going to be flagged. It's good to ask questions. No, it's not. Not if you want your YouTube channel.
Misinformation cause you to make a decision that's bad for your health or your freedom. Please talk to your doctor. Talk to someone you...
I did. My doctor told me, nigga, smoke this blunt. Nigga, what the hell are you talking about? But talk to your doctor. You don't know what my doctor said, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I did talk to my doctor. My doctor said, you know what, my nigga? Don't fuck with that. Smoke this blunt and drink this Hennessy, nigga, and take this zinc and this motherfucking iron C and A, and you're gonna be good. Hit a couple of push-ups, nigga, run around the block every now and then, nigga. Eat a cup of broccoli, you know what I'm saying? Stop eating fried chicken so motherfucking much, nigga. You gonna be good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Do that, nigga. Lose some weight, nigga. Slow down on the weed. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be good. You ain't gotta do all that shit. I talked to my doctor. That's what he said. Now you want me to follow my doctor's instruction, right? Well, I did. He said, don't fuck with it. He told me to run around the block. He told me to exercise. You know what I'm saying? Go hit some pull-ups or something. That's what he told me. I'm following my doctor's order. Fuck what you talking about. I'm doing what you say. You told me to go talk to my doctor about the shit, and I did. Huh? And so when you come to me and say, hey, man, have you took the Trumpjuice? Well, my doctor say, I need to exercise. He didn't say nothing about that shit. Well, we here to tell you. No, you told. I listened to the nigga Joe Biden. I listened to the motherfucking Attorney General, the other CDC motherfucker, all the motherfuckers on CNN. They told me to talk to my doctor, make sure it was cool. I did. That nigga said, hell no. Nigga, run around the block, hit a push-up, eat some broccoli. That's what fucking told me, nigga. Well, our doctor, no, nigga, I don't know who the fuck your doctor is. Tell your doctor to knock on my door and prove me otherwise. I'm gonna trust my doctor. Tell your doctor to come in and tell me his motherfucking self. Don't send no motherfucking messenger. Give me his motherfucking message. At least tell the nigga go on TV to back up your message. I don't know who the fuck this ghost doctor is.
You trust to have the information to help you make an informed decision so that we can get out of this pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Republican opposition was, quote, moronic after a report based off of garbled audio said Pelosi called McCarthy a moron.
It's just about.
He should have called you a fucking ugly hoe. That's what he should have called you.
More control.
House Republicans bristled at new guidance from the Capitol position Wednesday mandating mask wearing. Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and many of his fellow Republicans refused to mask up.
We are vaccinated. We're not a hot spot, but they're forcing you to wear a mask.
That's like you've been married with your wife for 5 years, and all of a sudden she tell you to wear a condom. You like what? Like, bitch, I'm already look, and you got the fucking and you got snipped. So there's no way you can get her pregnant, right? There's no way you get the wife pregnant because you already snipped, right? But they're gonna tell you, she's gonna tell you, look, wear a condom. For what, bitch? I'm snipped. That's the same thing with getting the Trumpjuice. I got the Trumpjuice. Why you want me to wear the fucking mask? I'm already got the Trumpjuice. Like, bitch, I'm already vaccinated. What you been doing? I just want to feel safe. Either you don't trust me, I don't trust you. Like, which one is it? It's the same thing. You married to your wife for 5 years. Y'all got 3 kids. All of a sudden, she tell you to put on a condom. After you done snipped yourself. She don't want no more kids. You agree with it. Y'all both agree with it and snip your motherfucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Or she tell you to put on a condom before you snip it. So that you snip it, and then she still tell you to use a condom. You be like, bitch, why did I snip my shit? In case we get a divorce. Okay. Like, bitch, you done ruined my life. I can't re-stitch this motherfucking thing. I can't re-sew this shit. You fuck me up.
Not in the Senate, but in the House. This is just about more control.
Pelosi later downplayed the moment.
Is Kevin McCarthy a moron, and if so, why?
I said earlier in my comment, science, 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 and science.
Fauci.
To say that wearing a mask is not based on science, I think is not.
Nigga, it's not based on the science. Nigga said, look, wear no mask, wear 1 mask, 2 masks, 3 masks, wear a shield. This nigga wants you to go out. Look, pretty soon we gonna be going out in bubbles. They'll be selling bubbles for niggas. Like, we got bubbles that got 6 feet of distance, 3 foot perimeter. Well, nobody guaranteed to be around you and breathe on you, none of that shit. Pretty soon they're gonna be walking around like a bubble boy around this motherfucker. You're gonna be so fucked up.
Wise, and that was my comment. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Anyone who does not attest or is not vaccinated will be required to mask no matter where they work, test 1 or 2 times a week to see if they've acquired COVID.
Because if you don't, if you haven't acquired the shit, we're gonna make sure you do. We're gonna make sure your ass do. We're gonna get it in your ass one way or the motherfucking other, right? Why you want to do me every motherfucking week until you get it, nigga? What the fuck you wrong with you? You gotta get it sooner or later, motherfucker. We're gonna put it on this list. You still ain't got it? Well, what's wrong with these motherfucking tips? These tips ain't working good enough. Give me the extra strength tips for this motherfucker. He been here 4 times tested and he ain't got this shit yet. Give me the extra strength tip. Oh yeah, he come back like, hey, I feel sick. Yeah, you sick. You got it now. Take your ass somewhere and sit down. We told you to take this motherfucking Trumpjuice. You wouldn't listen. I ain't getting sick, motherfucker, until you stuck that thing in my throat. Why that motherfucker so big anyway? It was extra strength, nigga. That's what you didn't get it with the normal fucking test tubes. You got it with the extra strength cotton swab. I'm fucked up now. Well, your ass is off the list. You off the list, motherfucker. When it's 5G coming, your ass is turned into a motherfucking magnet, nigga. Your ass is off the list. We got to make sure it's in everybody, nigga. Your ass is off the list. Who's next?
Socially distance, and generally will not be allowed to travel for work.
Now, the Delta variant isn't making kids any sicker per se, is it? Because the statistics, as the studies have come back from,
it's not making anybody sicker. Look, pretty soon, look, they done tried everything. They done tried giving out free shit. They done tried, look, they supposed to have a lottery every month. We're going to have a lottery and have 6 motherfuckers win $1 million each month. They done tried to, they done made movie stars come out and said, right? They tried to be nice. Now these motherfuckers is being angry. Motherfuckers. They said, look, we tried this shit the nice way. We tried to ask you, we run movie stars, concerts, we done offer you motherfuckers money, we done offer you motherfuckers rides to the place, time off of work, right? We done told you motherfuckers you can't go to basketball games. You know what? You motherfuckers not listening. Now we got to change it up. Look, you can't come to work, motherfucking, unless you get this shit. Your ass can't go to school unless you get to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't get on a plane. Motherfucker, we not playing no more. We don't play with you motherfuckers enough. We not playing. You gonna take this shit. We not playing with you motherfuckers. Keep playing. Keep on playing with us if you want to. We gonna knock on your motherfucking door with the army and the general and tell your motherfucking ass. We tried it the nice way, but you motherfucker will not listen. You motherfuckers gonna go on lockdown again. We're gonna lock down. We're gonna make sure we get this shit up in you. You motherfuckers don't listen. We tried to do it. We offer you motherfucker free basketball games. You motherfucker, we took everything away from you, let you know how shit could be. You want the shit to go back to that? You don't? Well, you better get this shit. Oh, you motherfuckers are hard-headed. So you don't give a fuck about the NFL, NBA, or soccer. You don't give a fuck about the Olympics or nothing. Okay. We done took everything away from, now what we gonna do? Nigga, we finna force that shit. Well, they got one option. These motherfuckers is killing people. We gotta, look, in order for Laura Ingraham had to cuss Alan Dorwitz out last night. Or Alan Dorwitz was like, I have a right to know if somebody on the plane have the Trump juice. Well, nigga, why you wasn't saying that when motherfuckers had the flu or tuberculosis or any other mother? You wasn't asking about that shit. You wasn't asking like, man, before I get on this plane, I want to know if anybody got a cold. Nah, this is my constitutional right. I don't want to catch a cold on this motherfucker. If you don't do it like that, you ought to know everybody's medical history before you hop on the plane. Huh? Do anybody got gas in this motherfucker acid reflex? No, I don't want to be sitting next to a motherfucker and they farting all the time. No, I have my constitutional right not to be next to a stinking motherfucker. But he tried to switch it like, well, it's in the Constitution, right? He made some valid points, but Lord Ingram was hitting his ass back like, hold on. So now we can violate civil rights and shit for some shit that's not really life-threatening? Well, it's life-threatening for me. Well, it's not life-threatening for me. Shouldn't we have a choice? Can we have an option? Hell no, you ain't got no option. We in this shit, motherfucker. We gonna hurry up. We gotta get this shit done before 2022. We got a couple of more motherfucking months. We got about 14, 15 more motherfucking months. We gotta get this shit up in you. Because come November next motherfucking year, you gonna kick some of us motherfuckers out. You see what we doing? We running amok in this motherfucker right now. We having they having a stimulus package bonanza around this motherfucker. Going once, going twice, like going once, going twice. Okay, got school programs over here. Okay, going once, going twice. Anybody's got the school program? Oh, we got the fucking gun people over here. Gun people over here. Anybody gun people for 1.5 trillion. Okay, now 1.5 trillion not enough. We're going for 2.5 trillion million dollars. We're gonna put it up in there for 2.5. Oh, we're gonna put climate change up in that motherfucker. Climate change. Okay, 2.5 million. Oh, it's not high enough. LC, what you want to say? Oh, $3 trillion. Okay, we have a new bidder now. $3 trillion to this bitch over here. Anybody going once, going twice? Well, Bernie say 3.5 trillion. And after that, then he say shoot another 2. We got do we got any takers? Going once, going twice. Sold to the stupid ass liberals. $6 trillion. Who gonna pay for it? Your kids. The same motherfuckers they say they doing it for. Motherfucker, your kids gonna be in the future like, God damn, I'm working 10 jobs and we're living in the studio. Mama, what'd you say that stimulus package was again? It was called the For the People's Act. It was called the American Job Rescue Plan. Well, who the fuck did the rescue? You look, my motherfuckers, my tax is so high, right? Them motherfuckers taking 93% of my check. They paying my rent for me, but they want to take 93% of my check and give me Medicare, a little housing, and they give me a food voucher. And they say I get free Medicare. Other than that, I work 93 motherfucking hours a week.
From children in COVID. What, from the UK, what did we learn there? Some 99.995% of the 470,000 children in England infected survived. I mean, that's an incredible survival rate. The Delta variant isn't making kids any sicker, is it?
According to the motherfucking teachers union, it is. The motherfuckers, it says yes. They over here it is. I don't know what the fuck is happening over there, but over here the numbers is astounding. You know what I'm saying? We got numbers out of this motherfucking world. So whatever happened over there, we don't know and we don't give a fuck.
We don't have any evidence that is doing so, and that's really great news. But I do want to emphasize.
Well, wait a minute, bitch. You ain't got no evidence. What the fuck you mean? We got no evidence. Wait a minute. Look. That's like locking a motherfucker up for murder. Like, hey, what you locking me up for? Well, look, we ain't got no evidence, nigga, but you done something. What the fuck? How much time you got? How much time you gonna give me? Get a nigga 13 months for what? For we don't know when we didn't catch you before, but we know you done some shit that was worth 13 months. At least, nigga. How the fuck you gonna lock a nigga up with no evidence? Just locking a nigga up like, what you up in here for? Nothing. Oh, every nigga say that. No, nigga, I'm up here for nothing. Like, they caught me on the street and say they need to lock me up for no evidence. Like, why? They need the numbers to go up. Not enough niggas getting locked up today, I guess. This bitch said, no, we don't have one. But, bitch, what do you mean?
Survived. I mean, that's an incredible survival rate. The Delta variant isn't making kids any sicker, is it?
Is it?
We don't have any evidence that is doing so. And that.
Wait a minute, bitch. We don't have any evidence that is doing so. Well, you know what, little Johnny? We gonna shoot this shit up in you. I don't have no evidence that's gonna protect you. I don't have no evidence that you gonna kill a motherfucker. But we gonna still inject this shit up in you. Why? Nigga, we following the science. What science? They didn't tell you to school. You go to science. You go look up in a dictionary in liberal fucking school. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, we're gonna look it up. We're gonna say science. It's gonna be a picture of Dr. Fauci. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker. Like, this science? Science. Anything this nigga say. Right? What the fuck? These niggas done changed the definition of science to Fauciism. Think about this shit. Little Sarah. Little Sarah gonna come to you and say, Mama, my heart is beating fast as a motherfucker. Like, what's happening? And his name beating fast, you gave me that motherfucking Trumpjuice. like little Sarah, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but take your ass to bed. You're going to be all right. They say 99.9% of kids don't die off the shit. Well, I never had the shit. Well, why you get? I understand 99.99 kids don't die from the shit, but why did you give me the shit? Because the science said it.
That's really great news. But I do want to emphasize, and I know all of the data, and it is so true that all of the data say the kids do better than the adults. Transmission is less in schools.
Well, why the fuck you making it a mandatory thing in school? It's not even mandatory at the club. Niggas not checking for, look, niggas, it's not even mandatory at an NBA ball game. Niggas not checking for, they probably gonna start soon, but they not checking like, hey, you got your motherfucking vaccine before you come and see the motherfucking Lakers? No, well, give me your ticket and go watch it on TV. Get up out of here, nigga. Trying to spread that shit up in here. We don't serve your kind up in here. What, niggas? No, nigga, I ain't say nothing about niggas. Who told you about that? We don't serve the un-Trumpjuiced. That's gonna be fucked up. You gonna go somewhere, and like, you gonna go into a building and shit, and like, we don't serve your kind up in here. What? I'm not a white supremacist. No! The un-Trumpjuiced. Oh, nigga, I thought you about to call me a white supremacist. You be mad as a motherfucker, like, you go up in there with your lawyer and shit, like, my client said you didn't serve niggas up in here. No, I didn't say that. We don't serve the un-Trumpjuice. Oh, that's what you said? This case dismissed. Like, nigga, you my lawyer. He didn't say that. He said, we don't serve your kind. Now, have you been Trumpjuiced? No, I haven't. Well, sorry. He has a right to call you to get the fuck up out of the restaurant. They don't have to serve your kind up in here. Who is my kind? The people that Joe Biden talk about. You out here killing folks. Me? Yeah, you, nigga. You killing folks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shoot nobody, nigga. I didn't do no drive-by, nothing like that. No, nigga, you worse than that. You ain't got the Trump juice. You worse than a nigga with a gun. Like, what? You kill more motherfuckers. You are more deadly to the kids than the nigga with a gun. Huh? We're not talking about niggas running around shooting up guns and like they cool and shit. That's not dangerous at all. But nigga, you, we're not going door to door and asking and checking and see if niggas on parole got guns. We're not going door to door who said if niggas with records and shit got guns in their house. We're not pulling niggas over to see if niggas got guns in their car. But we're going to pull your ass over to make sure you got that motherfucking Trump juice. We going to door, make sure you got that motherfucking Trump juice. That's for damn sure, but we ain't going door to door get the motherfucking illegal guns off the street by motherfuckers we known they got guns because we don't let their ass out. We don't leave them alone.
And it might be in other places when prevention strategies are in place. But I think it's really important for people to understand that this is not a benign disease in kids compared to other diseases that our kids see. So if you look at the mortality rate of COVID just this past year for children, it's more than twice the mortality rate that we see in influenza in a given year.
What? If all kids in a classroom were vaccinated, would there be a need to wear masks?
We have always said that our guidance has to be taken to the local level. And this is, I can imagine a situation where a school system might have all of their teachers documented and vaccinated, all of their children in a high school documented as vaccinated, and very little disease in the community. Right now, we don't have a lot of situations that are like that, but I could imagine a situation like that. And boy, do I hope we get there, as schools start to open and we have more and more people vaccinated and disease comes down. And that might be a very reasonable approach. Right now, we have very few places in the country where that is true.
Just last question, because I know that.
Yeah, but let's get to the last question. We're
doing it in Europe, but you're not CDC director of Europe, which I'm sure you're plenty happy about. But they're issuing health passes there, right? Where you can go to a disco or a discotheque, as they like to call it there. If
I'm telling you, they've been doing health passes.
You have a health pass. Is that something that the CDC?
Who's the white dude down there? This must be his channel.
He would ever lean into or perhaps advise here?
I think some communities are doing that, and that may very well be a path forward. I do want to sort of comment that in some fully vaccinated venues, if there are people, if they're unmasked and there are a few people who are transmitting there as a fully vaccinated person, it is possible to pick up disease in those settings.
Wait a minute, bitch. Why the fuck am I vaccinated? I mean, why the fuck do I got Trumpjuice in me? That's like saying, look, that's like saying, you got a bulletproof vest on, but a bullet's still gonna go through that motherfucker. Why not wearing a bulletproof vest? If a 22 can go through this motherfucker, just to wear it. Like, what? You mean to tell me all this motherfucking time, right? You done preached to me about this shit. You done told me about this shit. You done conned me. You done told me all the motherfucking secrets to it. Done scared the shit out of me and my whole fucking family. Made all these commercials, block motherfuckers, accuse motherfuckers of misinformation, right? But you mean to tell me after all this time, I got this one, that one, and ready for the booster, you telling me I ain't no different from a motherfucker who ain't got it? What are you telling me, bitch? You telling me there ain't no difference between me and this motherfucker?
Venues, if there are people, if they're unmasked and there are a few people who are transmitting there as a fully vaccinated person, it is possible to pick up disease in those settings. We've seen that in some of our outbreak investigations this summer, which is
follow science, right? That's science, right? The science say your ass, and even if you got a Trump juice, the science says so fucking what? It don't matter. You can still do everything that a motherfucker who ain't got it does. You can still catch it, you can still transmit it, and you have just the same percentage of not dying, or even just the same amount of percentage of not going to the hospital as the motherfucker who don't got it. Think about it, right? If you catch it and you're healthy, you have a 98 or 99% chance of living. If you catch it and you got the Trump juice, you have a 98% chance of living or not going to the hospital, right? So what's the fucking difference? Like, can you tell me, like, what's the difference of any of this? Like, I be saying athletes catch it all the time. They go home for 2 or 3 days on protocol, and they be back in the NBA in 2 weeks. Oh, such and such is on protocol. He be back in 2 weeks. This nigga back out there hooping again. This nigga go no hospital, no IVs, and none of that shit, right? None of it. Oh, he's his own protocol. What? He coughing, he did, he done caught, he got on protocol. But the nigga back in 2 weeks already? Yeah, I'm hooping, nigga. Huh? You have the same exact percentage. You have the same exact vulnerabilities. You have the same exact capabilities. But go ahead and get this shit because you need it. You're going to die without it. Your ass is going to die and you killing people. I don't want my shit to get flagged. I'm going to end on this note right here. Get the vaccinated people. Go get your shot so we can open the economy. I got to say this shit clear so that the algorithm will pick up on this shit. Get it. Pfizer is good. Moderna is good. Johnson and Johnson is good. And I'm not talking about Magic Johnson, Johnson or the law firm. All of it is good. It's perfectly safe. Safe is perfectly safe to give it to your kids. Nothing will happen to your children. You said slow enough, YouTube pick up the whole thing. They be like, okay, this nigga's on the team. This nigga right here. This nigga. Believe in the science. I believe in the science. Wear your mask no matter if you got the shot or not. You can save someone's life. I need to do a commercial for them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, put me on a commercial. I'll be just like that. I'll be talking slow. Y'all think people stupid, right? So let me talk stupid so people understand, right? Get vaccinated, people. You need to get vaccinated or you're going to kill people. That's what y'all need. Y'all need a nigga like me to be on there. Y'all need a nigga like me. Y'all got all these smart motherfuckers. Y'all need me to talk to the dumb motherfuckers. People, you are killing people. They got them pregnant. We are not wanting to kill people anymore. Go and take your time. We're going to do that. If any liberal listen to this, right? I'm ready to audition for giving translating the importance of getting vaccinated and getting the Trump juice and that to people that are not. I'm not saying handicapped. I'm talking about fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? If they're fucking stupid, please let me be the spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? You can put the money on my Cash App. That'd be funny as fuck. I would do all the liberals, right? Because there's a lot of liberals not taking it too, right? I wouldn't even talk to the conservatives. I'd be talking to all the liberals. Get this shot. You're not getting it, and they're blaming it on conservatives. It's like, hey, all the white men is not getting the shot. Well, I know white people. I know my rednecks are like, hold on, this nigga's not getting the shot too. It's all these white conservatives not getting the shot. Wait a minute. You saw these niggas in the hood, they not getting shots, they getting shot. Like we talking about us not getting shots, them motherfuckers, you need to stop both motherfuckers from getting shots. Put this in your arm. Put this in your arm once and come back and get the other one. Well, these motherfuckers is shooting motherfuckers with bullets and they giving motherfuckers a second shot on the spot. Bow, bow. Ain't got two extra ones. Bow, bow. Stop blaming that. White people like they get on there like Joe Biden like, you're killing people. You damn right. Are you talking about us or are you talking about the niggas on Chicago? I don't know which one you're talking about, Joe. Pick a group and stick with it. Cause we both like at least we killing niggas one way and it's an attempted and niggas can get over. These niggas killing niggas with bullets and they sneezing on niggas and shit like that at these parties. You thinking, look, for one motherfucking minute, look, the only reason they wearing masks is the disguise they face when they doing drive-bys. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about no. Like, nigga, I'm finna put on this mask. Ooh, we don't need, you already vaccinated. I know. I'm about to go rob this motherfucking liquor store, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? I'm gonna go do this motherfucking drive-by. Everybody put on your coronavirus mask so they won't see us. We're gonna shoot up the block in broad daylight and we have an excuse because we got a mask. You gotta tell a nigga who he is by his jeans and how he run. Oh, nigga, that look like, nigga, is that Craig? You see that? Nigga, Craig run like that. Craig got the peg leg. He got them fucking old-ass FUBU jeans, nigga, and that motherfucking Nike shirt. Who else wear FUBU with Nike? Nigga, that's Craig, nigga. I'm finna get my $2,000. Officer, yeah, Crime Stoppers, I know who the nigga is. The nigga Craig, the nigga stay upstairs. Look, put the $2,000 on my Cash App. This motherfucker sick. Anyway, I'm up out of this. I've been on here long enough. I'll go make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I like doing this. But my other page will be back on in 2 weeks. I'm going to send the shirts out when Toasted Brickworks give me these new batch of stickers so I can put it on the shirt, these new batch of things. Bam, so I put them on. Bam, so I can wear them on the show and shit like that. Bam, they're going to be able to sell and stuff like that. Also, like I said, I'm finna start shooting some damn, it's like a lot of people don't want to work with me, so I have to start paying people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on that conservative, you on that Trump shit. Like, you can't do shit without politics. I don't do politics. And then they get on there and talk about Donald Trump. Wait a minute, nigga. I thought you didn't do that politics. Oh, I was talking about Trump. Nigga, that is politics, stupid. How the fuck black people not going to talk about, they don't want to talk about politics, but they're quick to talk about Donald Trump like a dog. He done this and he done, wait a minute, nigga, I thought you didn't like talking about politics. Well, that's just Donald Trump. What the fuck? So you can talk about politics as long as it's Donald Trump. Other than that, you don't want. Oh, I don't get into politics. You don't know how much I run into that shit. I don't want to get into politics. Hey, you heard about what Donald Trump said? Yeah, that nigga who did it, racist motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas out here. Like, wait a minute, nigga. Wait. I thought you didn't have no opinion. Who else do you know about? You know about John Lewis? Who is John Lewis? You know about Adam Schiff? Adam who? You know about Cory Booker? The nigga played for the Bengals? Nah, you don't know about none of this. Do you know about Tim Scott? Yeah, he played for the Lakers. He played with Magic. No, that's Byron Scott, fool. Do you know any politicians, nigga? Do you know? You know Don Lemon? Yeah, the nigga sucked my dick. Like, oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. Like, you know what? You went too far. You know Don Lemon's out here sucking niggas' dick in the ghetto. You know what? I didn't need to know that information right there. Everybody in the hood know Don Lemon. You know what I'm saying? You go to the hood like, you know Don Lemon. Yeah, the nigga was at the gay bar. This nigga that was right. Yeah, oh my god. They don't know no motherfucking level but Don Lemon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, before I'm out of here, right? They don't know Don Lemon. They don't know Pervert. But I was gonna do this art show yesterday, right here, right. This is right. I was gonna do this show yesterday, right. This shit right here, right. You have this nigga right here. CNN reached out to Buck, right? You know Buck went to jail for drugging and look, he was playing Saw with little black boys and shit. He was sticking crystal meth all up in their ass, and you know what I'm saying. He was and it was gay men. He was having sex with him and shit. The nigga look like little Jeffrey Epstein, if you ask me. This little Jeffrey Epstein. In a little while, this nigga finna get he finna get that too, right? But notice how the victims, notice how they word this, right? The victims in the case, reached out to Tony Bucks for a comment, but didn't get any immediate. Like Democratic donor Ed Buck indicted for allegedly providing lethal doses of meth. According to 2019 indictment, Buck engaged in a pattern of soliciting men. What kind of men? Black men? Is there any mention of black men on here? What type of men that this Democratic donor was drugging, having sex with, and murdering? Huh? Wait. What if they said it was the drugs in the system? Well, they said the same thing about George Floyd. It's the drugs in the system, right? Engaged in a pattern soliciting men to consume drugs provided by performing sexual acts in Buck's apartment. A practice described in the document as party and play. That's what he was doing with black men. The victim was solicited on social media and all that shit, right? But what I'm trying to say is, right, there's no mention of him being a black man. There's no outrage for him killing black folks. The CNN didn't even really talk about his conviction, anything like that, right? And I'm just saying, if Black Lives Matter, why didn't these gay Black Lives Matter, right? If racism still exists, why didn't talk about how this white racist man was targeting black men and murdering them, right? Why they keep this under wraps? Why? Because he's a Democrat. I'm out this bitch. I'll see y'all later, man. Catch y'all on the next show. You want to donate to the channel? You know what I'm saying? The link is at the top, and the link gonna be in the description. I'm out this bitch.